everyone. Welcome to Let's Connect and Celebrate Wonder. In our last session, Sarah laughs with mixed feelings of hope and disbelief at the thought of having a child. In this session, children will hear the story of Isaac's birth and the fulfillment of God's promise. Sarah's happiness is expressed in her laughter, but this time it's with heartfelt joy. Popular culture says the key to happiness is to follow your heart, but only as long as we are sure our hearts know the way. In this session, my hope is to help children understand that a heart that doesn't know God becomes wrapped and can be misdirected, deceptive, and easily broken when we base our happiness on other people, things, places, thoughts, and events. Joy, on the other hand, is a steady state of mind and an orientation of God-centered heart. It's not contingent on external factors. It comes when you make peace with who you are and why you are and how God created you to be. I have a plaque that reads, "Joy. Witness the beauty that radiates within your soul." I've come to understand that if we truly want to experience heartfelt joy, we must understand the health and state of the deepest part of our being, our soul. John Ortberg, the author of Soul Keeping, writes, "You are not just a self, you are a soul made by God, made for God, and made to need God. Your soul is what integrates your will, your mind, and your body into a single inner life. A soul is healthy and well-ordered when there is harmony between these three entities, and God's intent for our being is lived out. The most important thing about you is not what you do, it's who you become." From her laughter, one would surmise that Sarah had an inner life. She was at peace with who God created her to be, and all was well with the heart of her soul. This is the joy God desires for all humanity. It's time for Kids Connect. Hi everyone! Let's see what's in our Wonder Box this week. It's a wrapped heart. In today's story, you will hear that Sarah had a baby boy that she waited a long time for. When Isaac was born, Sarah laughed. She was more than just happy. Her laughter was an expression of joy. Although feelings of happiness and joy are alike, there is a big difference. Joy lasts longer, and it comes from God's strength in our hearts when we are open to His love, peace, and hope. Let's just say, this open heart is a visible sign of being happy and joyful. Think of a time when you felt happy. Maybe it was when you received a birthday gift from a friend. Your heart's open and happy. But as soon as the news of the toy wears off, it's not as fun to play with. Your happiness is gone. Happiness comes from things going your way, and when they don't, you are no longer happy. Your heart begins to wrap up. When we unwrap our hearts and let God in, there is a peace and a joy that goes beyond our understanding, especially during times things don't go our way, even when a new toy is no longer new. Happiness comes and goes. It wraps and unwraps our hearts. But when we have God in our hearts, His joy is lasting and keeps our hearts unwrapped and open. And just like Sarah, when we keep our hearts open to God's love, hope, peace, and joy, no matter what happens, all things work together for the good. God wants us to always be happy and joyful, so let's keep our hearts open. Have a great week. Love and miss you all.